Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I welcome you all to the stream. How's it going? How's it going? All right, today is Monday, September 21st, 2020. Or as like we say, the 21st night of September. Right? Welcome. I hope I find you all well. I hope you all had a good weekend, whether you were here chilling on stream with me or not. I hope you're ready for a good day of streaming. Today's going to be a good one. We got a lot going on. Two really fun games right now. I think people shall be pleased with the things I'm playing today. I hope. Considering I listened to your feedback over the weekend and did an on-the-fly swap of the stuff that I was doing in order to determine what we'd be playing today. Okay? It is about to be fall. I'm not 100% if today is officially the first day of autumn or if it's tomorrow, but the fall weather has surely moved in here into Washington State. I got my window wide open in the office. I got my fan on nice oscillation blast. Nice cool breeze coming in here, which is very nice. I love the fall gaming season because not only are there a ridiculous amount of great releases that come out in a short period of time, but also we got some nice weather. Right? Cooler weather. I enjoy the cooler weather that I can uninstall the air conditioner. And quite frankly, I can't afford it anymore. That thing's been blasting for like 4 straight months to keep me cool. And it's very expensive. So I'm glad I don't have to use that anymore. Okay? Of course, now, watch it flip. Watch everything flip. And watch it dip like 20 degrees in the next week. And now I need to turn on the heat in my house. I hope not. Because I actually have to go get new air filters for my furnace for the season. I have to do that hopefully tomorrow. But anyway... welcome to the streams. Lots of stuff to talk about today. Alright, lots of stuff. I mean, big news coming out of the gaming world this morning, right? But first of all, happy Earth, Wind, and Fire Day. It is this day once a year when we get fall or autumn vibes here in the United States and we all sing the song, Buyout, dancing to the music. I can't even do it, man. I probably should have ungunged to my throat before I attempted to do that and failed miserably. But anyway, I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. I do. They're a great band. And back in the era when there used to be real music. That's right, back when you had to have talent. You would actually be dancing and singing on stage while live playing instruments in front of a large group of people. Sweating profusely, but not even missing a note. Far cry from today, where you sit in a studio on your fat ass and you press a computer key to make music, right? But anyway, happy Earth, Wind, and Fire Day, everybody. I love this song that we celebrate once a year. But also, today we're going to be playing great games and we got gaming news to talk about on the streams. Alright? So, good stuff. Let's talk, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Let's just talk about my schedule so you guys know what to expect in the next week. We'll get it out of the way and that way we can get to the news, which I know everyone wants to discuss. Okay? So, what are we doing today? Super Mario Galaxy continues on the stream today. Yes, Mario continues to fly through the galaxy today. It's going to be exciting. Yesterday was a good introduction segment where we got through the intro stuff in basically the first world. Got to learn the game mechanics and the like, and I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun with it. I hope you guys are having fun as well with the playthrough. I'm playing this as part of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection, and I'm playing it directly because you guys asked for it. You said, wow, Crisis Remastered looks like shit. Wow, WWE 2K Battlegrounds is terrible. Please play this. So, it was an expensive weekend. I bought 3 games, and I'm only playing one of them. 2 of them I dropped. All right? So, if you do like this Super Mario All-Stars version of Super Mario Galaxy, and you're happy that I've come back to it after 8.5 years the last time I played it, and quite honestly, I don't really remember it that well. I remember a few little things, but not too much. So, if you do like it, please consider, supporting the stream today via, any various contributions, because I had to drop a lot of money this last week for 2 games that basically are never going to be played again. It was a complete waste of like $70-$80 after tax. In addition, a lot of games coming up. This Friday we got Mafia. We'll talk about that in a moment. I got to buy a couple indie games for the Rageathon. The week after that, we've got 2 new games. We got at least 3-4 new releases in October. November is going to be insane. Don't even get me started. So, if you would like to contribute, please do. Not required, but definitely please consider contributing to the streams if at all you can. Cheering, subbing, and tipping are all appreciated. Tipping, of course, gets us towards the tips goal, which is at $50. I put on the gunner glasses. At $100, I put on a vest. Today, all vests are eligible except for the camo. We did not hit the tips goal last night on the Fire Emblem stream. So that means the platinum, yes, I know, everyone's favorite, remains eligible for today's stream. Okay? It does remain eligible. And today I will actually wear it. I know yesterday we had an erroneous poll, but today I would actually wear the platinum if you guys voted for it. All right? Ouch. So, good stuff, good stuff. All right? So anyway, Super Mario Galaxy on this first stream. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys are as well. Later tonight, Fall Guys. Yes, Fall Guys on the late stream. Very exciting. Hope you'll join me for 2 hours of Fall Guys fun. I played this impromptu on Friday night. I hadn't planned on doing it, but because Crisis Remastered was such a piece of shit, we played Fall Guys, and it was really fun. They remixed these stages to have all new elements to them now, and it was super duper fun. All right, so I hope you'll join me tonight for more Fall Guys on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. 2 hours of fun. I am off from streaming tomorrow. It's my day off for the week. I'll be spending the day with my wife in a nice, cool autumn environment. Thank God. Finally, we're going to have a cool autumn day. No smoke outside. The smoke is gone. So it's going to be a good day. And we're going to be working behind the scenes here on getting my office set up for Halloween. As you guys know, Halloween / the month of October is a big month for me. Not only are there usually tons of new releases and great excitement around my streams, but I decorate my office for the month of October for Halloween Horror Month. I have a few ideas of what I want to do, but I need to basically work on this and figure out how I can do it because I don't have the couch anymore. I got the couch out of here, and now I'm just in this chair, and so it's a very, very different setup now than it used to be, and I need to figure out how can I make this work. Thinking about maybe getting a stand or something to put behind me. We got to see. All right, so we're going to be working on that tomorrow while we're out and about. We'll look and see if we can figure anything out on how we're going to decorate the office for Halloween. Okay? Good stuff. Good stuff, my friends. I'm trying to think, basically I have tomorrow and I have one more day off in order to get stuff ready for October. That's right, because tomorrow's the 22nd, so I'd have tomorrow and the next Tuesday. So 2 days to get stuff together for the Halloween festivities, as they say. Very nice. Okay, so that's good. I'll be back on Wednesday, and on Wednesday, it's probably going to be more Super Mario Galaxy, and Wednesday night, I think I'm going to do a late-night stream of Batman Arkham City, post-game content, Riddler stuff, and if I can find Azrael. Basically, I've done everything in the game but the side content to unlock the final plot lines and platinum the game. I don't think you can platinum it unless you play it twice, so I'm probably not going to platinum it, but I want to do as much of the Riddler stuff as possible. I didn't do that in my first run, 9 years ago. I basically just beat the game and moved on because that's how it was back then. I didn't take my time in games to try to do interesting content. I always rushed through them to move on to the next game, and I'm not like that anymore. So I'm happy that maybe I can do a nice chill night stream of Batman and have a good time. Today supposedly is Batman Day. I didn't know this. I guess, how every day is some weird day. Earth, Wind, and Fire Day. Talk Like a Pirate Day. Scratch Your Llama's Balls Day. Whatever. Today's apparently Batman Day. I didn't know that. If I had known that, maybe I would have put some Batman into the streams, but I didn't know this until last night. I was like, well, I already got my schedule set. But I'll do some Batman Wednesday night. Okay? And we'll do a couple chill hours. Then Thursday, more Super Mario Galaxy. And then Thursday night's going to be more Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Right now, my effort is to try to get as far in Fire Emblem as possible. So I'm going to start playing it twice a week at night. So at least 4 hours of progress every week, if not more, because I need to try to finish this damn game. Okay? So Fire Emblem Thursday night. Then on Friday, it's the premiere of Mafia Definitive Edition. That is correct. Mafia Definitive Edition is coming out. I've never played the first Mafia. I played the second and the third. I liked all of them, but I think Mafia 2 was the best one because it was very, let me put it this way. It was very well paced and it was short and sweet. It was only between 10 to 15 hours long, but it was a very, very good story. And it was interesting because of that. It didn't overstay its welcome. it didn't have padding like Mafia 3 did. So, I'm excited for this. This Friday should be good. Friday night, my weekly throwback Street Fighter session. Hope you'll join me for that. Saturday, more Mafia. And Saturday night, probably Fall Guys, okay? Then on Sunday, it is the big Rage-a-thon event where I'll be playing a variety of games that you guys nominated and voted on in a marathon setting, including Celeste, Jump King, Hollow Knight, Street Fighter V, and ladies and gentlemen, The Quiet Man. Finally, after like 2 years of you guys asking me to play this horrendously bad game, The Quiet Man will finally be played on Sunday, if you can believe it. Okay? So that'll be a marathon session, starting, usual time, 10 in the morning, and going all the way through like 7, 8 at night, depending. 5 games will be played. I have a backup game, Blasphemous. If those games end up stinking, or if one of the games doesn't work for whatever reason, we have a backup game as well. So it should be a fun marathon. Then on Monday, we get right back to business. It'll either be more Super Mario Galaxy or Mafia, depending on what you guys want. I'm assuming by then I wouldn't have played Mario in a while. Maybe you'll want more Mario Galaxy. And then Monday night's going to be more Fire Emblem for my second Fire Emblem session of the week. And that's the whole week, okay? Now, the week after that, the first week of October, we got 2 big-ass releases. Big, hefty, booty releases. Twerking in our faces. We've got Crash 4, which I'm very excited for. I like Crash Bandicoot. This is a brand new one. And then we've got the new Star Wars Squadrons game, which is apparently about, flying about in the galaxy, shooting people down, using the Force to, change the radio station while you're flying, and also to order out for food so it's delivered to your house when you're done flying around. So it should be good new releases coming out this next week. So not this week coming up with Mafia, but the week after that, double new release week for the beginning of October, okay? So good stuff. I'm excited for the future. I hope you guys are excited as well. Please remember to continue to nominate games for the upcoming Halloween marathon. It could be horror-themed games. Doesn't necessarily have to be. But you can nominate games right now by typing !marathon into the stream chat. It'll bring up the link by which you can click on, go to the forums. And on the forums, you can nominate games. In addition, please continue to vote on the category of Halloween costume you'd like to see me wear this year. I will be looking around in my days off for the next several weeks at what Halloween costumes are available in the area. But you need to vote on the category, all right? The categories are as follows. Classic, horror-themed monster or villain, all right? Video game character, comic book character, pop culture icon, and that could be anything like a movie star, a musician, another popular content creator, anything like that. Or wild card, in which case you're basically just putting it in my hands and saying, we trust Phil to do something zany and wacky and silly and fun for Halloween. Let's just let him do it, okay? So those are your options. Please vote on the kind of Halloween costume you would like to see, okay? Good stuff. All right, very nice. Outside of that, so some people have been asking for updates on what the hell's going on my streams recently. I'll tell you as much as I know, all right? First of all, every day we've been getting a $100 tip on the first stream for the past few days from this New Bridge LLC is the name of the person or whoever is doing this. They aren't talking in the stream chat. They haven't contacted me, even though I've asked 2 days in a row for them to contact me behind the scenes. So I don't know what's up with this person. I'm fully expecting this is some kind of a troll or someone messing with me, that what they're thinking of doing is they're going to charge me back later on. Because it's very unlikely that someone is an actual fan of mine and wants to support my streaming efforts, but doesn't say anything in their tips, doesn't respond to my requests to communicate, and has a weird-ass name that's the name of some investment company from the Midwest. It doesn't seem to make much sense. I don't know if this guy's just looking for attention, if it's legit, I obviously appreciate the support, and thanks, but I can't tell if it's legit. And when you get something like this, it's very high capacity or high potential that someone's going to troll, So, basically, I'm just holding those tips in limbo, all right? And I'm not going to do anything with them. I'm waiting to hear back from this guy. All right. I've heard nothing. I'm saying it again. Newbridge Capital LLC, whoever you are, if you're going to continue to support the streams and tip, I need to talk to you and make sure that this is legit. And the longer you ignore my request, the more suspect it is. Okay? Just saying. Alright, now, in regards to the late night streams, holy crap, the past 2 days have been wild. Someone named Overpowered Boom, with a actual avatar that is Boone from Fallout New Vegas, 2 days in a row has cheered 100,000 bits. These are the largest cheers I've ever received, and I'm not sure this person may actually now be the biggest cheerer I've ever had. I'd have to confirm that. In fact, you know what? Give me a second. I'd like to see if that's true or not. Let's take a look here. Let's see if I can figure this out. Here. So here we go. Of all time cheerers, he is not number 1. He is not number 2. He is not number 3, nor is he number 4. He is the 5th highest cheerer of all time that I've had. Now, keep in mind, I've been live streaming full-time on Twitch ever since I returned in late 2016. So you're talking in 4 years, okay, of streaming. In 2 days, this guy became the number 4 highest cheerer of all time. Okay? That's insane. Now, people asking me, do you know who this guy is? No. But here's the difference between someone like this guy and this Newbridge Capital LLC. Here's the big difference. The first difference is, you know this person's an actual fan who knows my content. Because Overpowered Boom is actually something that happened in one of my playthroughs. It was my Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Boone was my favorite follower because he was just literally headshotting every enemy that we came across. He would insta-kill them and clear entire rooms full of enemies. And it was one of the running themes of that playthrough many, many years ago was, my God, Boone is an overpowered companion. He's so awesome. I love this character. Then a remix was made of Boone. It was S-Beast Music who made this remix of Boone in New Vegas many years ago. You know, and this is a remix that we play very frequently on my streams right now. So this is obviously a fan of my content, right? Who knows what's going on and likes the stuff and said, I'm going to contribute to Phil. I want it to be under, you know, a meme that he'll recognize. So that was really cool. That's number 1. Okay? Number 2, this person is cheering to contribute. Now, for those who aren't aware, cheering is 100% secure. When you cheered anyone on Twitch, they're guaranteed to get those bits. Period. There's no chargebacks for cheering. There's no refunds for cheering. It just is. You know, if you guys remember, many years ago at this point, over 2 years ago, there was someone named Tutankhamun who came to my streams and for the good part of a month basically was throwing contributions at me constantly, but then basically turned into someone who was constantly trying to derail the streams to the point where people were complaining, man, we can't even enjoy Phil's streams anymore because this Tutankhamun guy just keeps coming and derailing everything, right? So Tutankhamun was cheering and was also tipping me, all right? I mean, no exaggeration, thousands of bucks, thousands of dollars this guy was throwing at me on a daily basis. Then all of a sudden, he changes his opinion on me one day and says, I hate you, you know, you're dishonest and stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, what the hell? There's been no change in attitude. We haven't even had a conversation that you had a change in attitude. So it's obvious this guy had a problem. All right, I don't know what his problem was. Then he decided to charge me back every single tip he ever gave me. It did not work. It failed miserably because he's so dumb. He didn't realize that when you try to do that, that's not how it works. You can't just momentarily decide I want all my money back and try to get charged back. No credit card company is going to support that. If he had done 1 or 2 chargebacks and maybe may have snuck them in and was successful, then he could have tried for more over time. But this guy was obviously a brainless idiot. And he tried to charge me back a ton of transactions at once To which both PayPal and the credit card company talked and said, this is fucking horseshit, and shut him down, and I kept everything. Okay? So, that's the thing. Now, if he charged me back all those tips and tried to get them back, it's obvious if he had any method to get back those cheers he did, he would have done that too. And he did not. So, cheers are 100% secure. When you cheer bits to a content creator, they keep those bits no matter what. All right? So, the good thing about this Overpowered Boom, whoever they are, is that they're basically, they're supporting the content in a way that they're showing good faith. Much like about 2 years ago it was at this point. I think it was around December of 2018. We had Emerald 7, who was another benefactor, who came in here, never heard of the guy before, never spoke with them. They never said a word in chat. But they gifted a ridiculous amount of subscriptions at Tier 3. I think it was like 800 subscriptions or something insane like that. So, massive positivity, because guess what? Those subscriptions stick, right? For what I'm to understand, if you gift someone a sub, there is the possibility to cancel that sub within 24 hours, and then it doesn't stick. But he was gifting so many subscriptions at such a ginormous rate that, even if half the people had canceled, it still would have been an incredible benefit to the streams, you see? So, that's another example of a person who definitely wanted to help and wanted to show that even though they weren't someone who talked in the chat, they wanted to do it in a way that there's no way it was going to get refunded or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And I definitely appreciate that. But that's why you see some nights, you'll have some anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Phil has a giant ass. Phil's disgusting gouty belches and stuff like that, They'll be doing that because those aren't real sub gifts. Those are fake, and then those accounts are bot accounts that then cancel the sub so they don't count. So they get pop-up messages on the stream, but then I don't get any benefit out of it. See, gaming the system, they call it, right? But anyway, so this guy, Overpowered Boom, has been insanely positive contributions the last couple of days. And again, I said it last night, I said it the night before, I'll say it again. Overpowered Boom, thank you, whoever you are. It's obvious you're a fan of me and my content, and you're trying to be supportive, and it's going to be very appreciated come next month when I finally see the positive benefit from these cheers, because that is the thing. Cheers, you got to wait about a month to see a positive benefit from it. But when that's going to help. Thank you so much, especially during this very busy gaming season. The support is much appreciated. Thank you for that. Okay? All right. Now, let's talk about the big gaming news this morning. Everyone's talking about it. Amazing, unprecedented. The news is as follows. Microsoft has stated that they have purchased a delicious footlong Charleston chew. I love the footlong Charleston chews. One of my favorite, back in the day I used to get these all the time and eat them as a kid. Alright, that's not the news. The news is that Microsoft has purchased Bethesda and ZeniMax. So if you're not aware, Bethesda is a very small-time game publisher. They made a few, small-scale indie titles you may have heard of. Doom, the Fallout franchise, Dishonored. Maybe you heard of that one. Maybe you heard of Elder Scrolls. Very fringe kind of stuff. Very, very, niche. For a small direct, but hardcore audience, right? Right. So anyway, supposedly for some insanely gigantic, enormous, exorbitant amount of money that none of us could ever fathom. It's like $7 bajillion or something like that. Actual bajillions. They actually had to invent a new number system further past our human understanding in order to purchase the company. Okay? So, there's a lot of speculation about what the hell is going to happen now that Bethesda has been purchased by Microsoft. First of all, one of the biggest reactions was from Obsidian Studios. For those who don't know, Obsidian Studios used to be game devs that were part of Bethesda. They worked on a game called Fallout New Vegas, but recently formed their own studio called Obsidian, and now they made Outer Worlds. And Outer Worlds was meant to be like a direct competitor to Fallout, and it did very well last year. It was a big seller last year. They even said it far exceeded their sales expectations, and now they're looking at making multiple new IPs, including a new one that they actually previewed, what was it, last month during that Microsoft reveal event? That looks really good. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a fantasy-style game, right? So, now, Obsidian and Bethesda, the parent company who they broke off from, are now back under the same umbrella. And it's like, that's kind of weird because they were meant to compete with them, and now they're back under the same company again. How's that going to work? Right? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. Okay? So, interesting, right? So immediately people are like, well, wait a minute. Bethesda already had all these agreements in place. What about the upcoming Deathloop game that's made by Bethesda? What about Ghostwire Tokyo that's being made by Bethesda? Because if you aren't aware, what's his name? Oh, God. I'm having a brain fart. The maker of Resident Evil, who made The Evil Within 1 and 2, and now his new game is Ghostwire Tokyo. Why can't I remember his name right now? I'm having a huge brain fart. But anyway, his new game, Shinji Mikami, thank you very much, Doodly Dread. I appreciate that. My stupid brain today, not functioning. His new game, Ghostwire Tokyo, is also Bethesda. Now, both Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo have exclusivity agreements with Sony that they are going to be only on PlayStation 5 and PC at first, and then later are going to come to other consoles. So what happens to that? Well, they already announced, well, those agreements are legally already in place, and therefore those agreements will stand. For future game installments and future games that Bethesda develops, it's completely up in the air. They're basically saying, we may just go cross-platform and it'll be on everything at once, or maybe Microsoft will have advanced access. It all is going to depend. I mean, Microsoft will own the company. So, you don't know what's going to happen. Does that mean Fallout will be an Xbox Series S and X exclusive and won't be on PS5 for a year after? Right? Does this mean that Elder Scrolls can only be played with Minecraft graphics? The possibilities are endless, folks. The possibilities are endless. Okay? So, yeah, you know, but of course, keep in mind, Bethesda had a ton of stuff under their umbrella. Like I already mentioned, you know, Dishonored, Doom, Fallout, Elder Scrolls. That's just to name a few. Those are the biggest ones. But Bethesda owns a ton of shit. So all those IPs are now Microsoft owned, right? That's pretty crazy. So I wonder what the hell's going to happen, right? Now here's the thing. Previously, we were all saying, man, you know, Xbox Series X really isn't going to have much at launch. It's going to be like you buy the console, you either play a bunch of old games or games you can already play on your Xbox One. Now that Microsoft has purchased Bethesda, we can all clearly say, man, the Xbox Series X still isn't going to have anything to play at launch. It's not. It's just still not going to. There's not going to be anything for it. All right? It's going to sit there like a paperweight. But, now that you've got Game Pass, right? Now that you got Microsoft Game Pass, technically every single Bethesda game is considered a first-party title. All right? That is a huge change. When you really think about it, that is ginormously different. All right? Why? I'll tell you why. Because you get Game Pass, you may be getting games like the latest Fallout, the latest Elder Scrolls, the latest Doom. You may be getting these games day one under Game Pass without any additional charge. That's crazy. That is a ginormous acquisition. That gives you an actual reason, if you love Bethesda games, you want a Microsoft console right now. Unless you have a PC, in which case all this is a moot point and you don't give two shits about any of it. Okay? So, for me, it's kind of like, I can see both sides of this. I do. Right now, I'm still not convinced I want an Xbox Series X at launch. There's still nothing for it at launch. Maybe a few months in, maybe 3-4 months into the console's existence, there will be a good reason to get it. Right now, there's nothing for it. There's absolutely nothing for it. Okay? And I just don't think that there is any reason that anyone should be buying the Xbox Series X unless you're looking for a console that has monstrous backwards compatibility. All right? Monstrous backwards compatibility. If that's what you're looking for, great. Buy it day one, get Game Pass, get a ridiculous amount of games right away. Right? And that's great. That makes sense. But for me, like, I don't see like PlayStation 5, I know I want to play Demon's Souls. I know I want to play what's the other one? There's two big ones at launch. Well, I guess Miles Morales you could still play on PS4. It probably won't be that big of a difference. You know, and there's some minor titles there, like the Sackboy game and the Astros game that are all going to come out. You know what I mean? So, well, all right, guys, don't worry. I see what just happened, and I'll address it in a minute. This is very odd. This is very fucking odd what's going on right now, and I will address this in a minute. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll address it in a minute. All right? But if you're looking for backwards compatibility on day one, great. If you're looking for a console that long term is going to have a lot of value, great. And of course, if you're looking for the possibility of getting ginormous leg up on all Bethesda games, great. That's great, right? So pretty cool, right? But at the same time, obviously, Sony fans are now like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck? And I agree, like, I think everyone was like set. Everyone was absolutely set. Everyone was set for their pre-orders for what they were going to get. Everyone wanted PS5, right? Everyone wanted PS5. And rushed and tried to pre-order it. And, oh my god, amazing. I got the pre-order. I got it. Or, oh, fuck, I didn't get the pre-order. It was either like euphoria or crushing defeat, right? It was. But that being said, now Xbox Series X is going to be pre-ordered tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. I say Series X. Yes, it's also the Series S, but I say Series X because that's like the big one. That I think, you know, you want a future proof. You want to get the one that can play all the new games at the best quality. You want the Series X, right? So tomorrow are the pre-orders for that. I get the feeling, the fact that number one, a lot of people did not get the pre-order for their PS5 in. They tried, they couldn't get it. And number two, the fact that now this ginormous acquisition over the weekend, make no mistake, the timing of the acquisition of Bethesda is no coincidence at all. None. This is 100% timed perfectly by Microsoft. They did it the day before the console gets pre-orders. On purpose. Kaneshi, you can see your messages now. I got your email this morning. We can see you now. What's going on here? Are you okay? Can you chat now? Yeah. The weirdest thing happened to Chatter Kaneshi. Okay? He sent me an email this morning, and he says, Phil, I don't know what happened. I think I was shadow banned from your chats. I've been trying to talk, and no one can see me talking. I can talk in your chat, but no one can see me. And I contacted the mods behind the scenes, and they said, no, we didn't moderate you. We don't know what's going on. Do you have any idea? I looked into it this morning. I couldn't find anything on it either, why he would be shadow banned. He says he reset his router, got a new IP, and now he can talk again. What the heck is that? That's really weird, dude. Anyway, he's back. Welcome back, Kaneshi. All right, anyway. So getting back on track. Now this announcement is going to definitely, it's going to get people to pre-order the Xbox Series X and Series S. I'm not going to pre-order it. Being honest with you guys, I thought about it, and even though I could probably get a pre-order in and not have to pay, 'cause that's the thing, right now I couldn't pay for it. It's another $500-600 on top of the fact that I have money set aside for the PS5. I'm not going to do that right now. Let me put it this way. My plans are, I want to get an Xbox Series X. I will probably try to get it in early 2021. Hopefully by then there'll be actual games announced that are like exclusives for it that'll be good. Right now there's zero. There's zero games for it that I want to play. Like I said, if I got an Xbox Series X, likely the one game I would play on it would be um, it would be Assassin's Creed, and then Yakuza 7, because I think Yakuza 7 is coming out like 2 days early on it or something like that. And that would be it. Like, I probably wouldn't even play anything else on it. Okay? So I'm not gonna get it at launch. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna focus on my PS5. I'm gonna get stuff for PS5 and enjoy it, and then probably early 2021, if things are still going good, the way that things are going now, you know, with streams and everything, and I can afford it, I'll probably get the Xbox Series X in early 2021. By then, you know, 2-3 months after the launch, likely the second wave of consoles will start to be hitting store shelves. You'll be able to buy it more easily. But yeah, I'm not going to be, there's no way, I'm not going to, first of all, it's doubtful I'd even be able to get a pre-order in, because I guarantee you demand is going to be at an all-time high for those who couldn't get the PS5, people who wanted the Xbox Series S and X originally anyway, and now a whole new slew of people who want to get it because they bought Bethesda. It's like the triple whammy. You're going to have insane demand for this console now. Okay? So I doubt I would even get in. Into a situation here where I would be able to get the pre-order. And on top of that, I don't want to drop $500+ right now. I just don't. Okay? Just being honest here. So, okay. So, amazing news. This could change the face of the console wars coming up. It really could. This could be ginormously positive news for Microsoft and their consoles. Hilarious. Now, here's what I got to say. All right. Hilarious. Phil Spencer says, we don't care how many consoles we sell. Then makes a $7 billion move the day before their consoles go on pre-order, right? Whatever you say, Phil. We really believe you. Totally, you're just a transparent, truthful guy, right? What a bunch of horse shit. What a bunch of horse shit. So, there you go. Now, I'm about to move on to shout-outs here. And, so I think we need to address what just happened. Okay? I just received a $1,200 tip, okay, from someone whose name is 57iskey. And they said the following. They actually have a message attached to this tip. All right? It says, notice my stimulus check in my savings. Take it. You deserve it, Phil. Not a chargeback, by the way. Okay? I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a few reasons why I'm very skeptical about this. All right? By the way, some people are saying I should get the Xbox Series X. I should do the financing. I can't. They're like, oh, you just $32 a month for the console and Game Pass. I can't do that. You need credit to do that. They have to run a credit check. You have to get approved for financing. I can't. I just declared bankruptcy, guys. I have no credit for 10 years. I don't qualify for that stuff. Okay? So, that was not going to happen. I would have to pay for the whole thing up front. Okay? So, anyway. I'm skeptical. I just received a ginormous tip out of the blue from someone named 57iskey. I don't know what that means. Right? Should I even look this up? Let's see here. Let's see. There's a YouTube channel with 12 subscribers. And all that the YouTube channel has is an intro. That's it. I don't know. I don't know, man. What do you do? What do you do when you get a ginormous tip like this, right? And I'll be honest, I can use the money, right? We got a lot of games coming out in the next few weeks that I need to drop money on. Obviously, this would help me right now with bills and stuff. Like, this would be tremendously helpful. If this is real, this would actually pay all my bills for the rest of the month. And have me, you know what I mean? But this guy could immediately just charge it back, right? And I don't know, 5.7 is key. I see nothing negative about that on the internet at all, right? Here's what I'm going to say. You guys out there have a lot more reach than I did. I'm sitting here playing games all day. You know what I'm doing. I'm busy, you know. If anyone has any info about this, all right, please let me know. All right? Here's the thing. I don't believe that this guy got a $1,200 stimulus payment and just sent me the whole thing. I don't believe that. By the way, to my knowledge, stimulus payments came months ago, right? Now, Hobo Chili Dog says, well, Hobo Chili Dog says, this guy literally sent you a message saying, you know, this is not going to be a chargeback, so you should trust it. And if they try to charge it back later, you can use that as evidence when you go to PayPal and say, here you go. Here's the problem, though. Here, I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, right? Let's say this guy is legit. Great. I spend the money. It helps everything. I can pay my bills for the rest of the month. We're good to go. I can buy the games. Everything's good. Right? But what if he charges it back in 2 months? What if he charges this back when I need to pay for the PlayStation 5? Right? And you're right. Nothing will protect. If it's a stolen credit card, nothing would protect me at all. You know. The reason I'm skeptical as well, there's different ways you can tip via PayPal. Okay? One of the ways is you log into your PayPal account fully with all of your information, including, you know, bank account and everything, and you send a tip that way. And when you do that, I get a certain kind of confirmation email. This guy didn't do that. He used the quick checkout method, which means he basically just jumped into the quick login tip system, put in his credit card, boom, sent it. So, oh, man. Son of a bitch. This is distracting the stream from its focus. All right, here's what we'll do. Let's go through shoutouts. All right. Let's go through shoutouts, and let's do our usual pre-stream. I'll probably just not touch this money at this point. I'll probably just leave it in the account. We'll see what happens. You know, what can you do? I mean, first of all, 5.7 is key. Please understand something. If this is legit, this is tremendous. This is huge. This is going to pay for the games for the next couple of months. This is going to prepare me for the launch of the PlayStation 5. And this is like huge help. If this is ginormous help. Okay? And I appreciate that very much. I do. And I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth, and I'm not trying to talk, you know, negatively about you at all. If this is legit, okay, I appreciate that. But it could be a troll, and that's what I mean. Like I've had a lot of contributions coming recently that are just out of the blue, wild, and it makes me wonder if this is legit or not. Holy shit, you know, this is crazy. Anyway, let's do some shout-outs. Okay, let's do shout-outs for contributions here and continue on with our normal pre-stream. So first of all, Golden Colts overnight did a bunch of cheering. First of all, he says, Seattle's been designated an anarchist jurisdiction by the Department of Justice. It's like you live in the Wild West. Yeah, and I'm not getting involved with that shit. It's like I told you guys, I'm not going to Seattle for a very long time. I'm not touching that shit with a 25-foot pole, a 40-foot pole, or a mile-long pole. I'm staying the fuck away from Seattle until the dust clears on all this fucking nonsense that's happened this year. And it's a shame because Seattle is a beautiful city with a ton of fun touristy stuff. And my wife and I have talked about wanting to go back. And then this year happened with COVID and the fucking protests and the riots. And now this mess. It's like, fuck this. I am staying the fuck away for the foreseeable future. And we'll see what happens with Seattle. I have no idea what the fuck's going to happen. Seriously. But yeah, pretty bad. I don't know what's going to happen. Golden Colts cheered. He said, please do be staying safe. Oh, I will. Then he cheered 2 more times. Thank you, Golden Colts, for the overnight cheers. Rob on Wheels took me $5 overnight here. He says, on your Fire Emblem stream last week, Dorothea had learned a special dance. Don't forget to look at it next time. Maybe 2 extra turns or a health boost. I'll remind you. You know, I swear I equipped it because it looked really good. I think what it said is that it did something extra. I don't know if it meant that the character could move an extra space or something, but I'm almost positive that I did equip it. I think it's still under the regular dance command, but I'm pretty sure I equipped it. But yeah, next time around when I'm playing, which would be Thursday night, if you could remind me to look, I want to definitely make sure I have that equipped because it's much better than the regular dance command. Okay. Thank you, Rob on Wheels, for the $5 tip. All right. As the stream started today, the first cheer came in from Honest Fan. Let's get him up on the leaderboard with a 50-bit cheer. Shit. Honest Fan. $50 cheer. 50-bit cheer. Excuse me. You can't cheer dollars. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They're bits. We all know that. So Honest Fan says, excited for the Microsoft deal. People seemed hyped for Coxswain Pirates Main. What the fuck does that mean? Anyways, is any chance you want another Sea of Thieves clone? They recently announced Sea of Thieves cleared $1 billion in sales, which is wild. That is horse shit. Okay? That is complete and utter horse shit. Alright? I'm going to tell you. It's not true. What they're saying, Microsoft, when they lie about Sea of Thieves sales, they include every single sale of Sea of Thieves that went under Microsoft Game Pass during the week that Game Pass launched, coinciding with the launch of Sea of Thieves, okay? Sea of Thieves sold a lot of copies. Don't get me wrong. Sea of Thieves sold a lot of copies, okay? But they were all under Game Pass. I was one of the people who did it. I signed up for Microsoft Game Pass's free trial because it just released that week. And the first thing I did is I got Sea of Thieves. I played it, and the game was fucking terrible. Terrible. There was no content. After 2 streams, I'd seen everything in the game, and there was nothing else to do. So they're counting those as legit sales. They're not. I'm telling you, millions of people downloaded that game on launch day because it was free. That's not a sale. Microsoft is counting those. They're assholes. It's completely disingenuous. It's completely dishonest to count those as sales. They didn't make money on that. Game Pass was fucking free. So for them to say, oh yeah, $1 billion sale, you're fucking full of shit. And I'm tired of marketing companies trying to spin shit this way. Right? I'm just tired of it. Silent Weapons just said something funny. He said, McDonald's sells a lot of hamburgers doesn't mean that they're any good. McDonald's sells a lot of hamburgers that are cheap. You know, you can get a cheeseburger from McDonald's for $1. Or is it like $1.70 now, right? One of the cheapest things you can buy in fast food. You're right, doesn't mean it's good. And in addition, people get it because it's cheap. Subway. Most Subway sandwiches are fucking atrociously bad. They taste like you're eating rubberized glue. Okay? But people get them because you can get the $5 footlong deal. And the marketing is good, so they fall for it. Oh my god, Subway's so good. Now there's a Subway on every corner. Congratulations for buying Subway. You ruined fucking food everywhere. Right? Meanwhile, all the good sandwich shops closed down. But that's the thing. Sea of Thieves, at least when it launched, was a terrible game. No content. You know, cartoony graphics, boring, repetitive, nothing interesting at all. Pretty shit. After you play it for 4 hours, you've seen everything in the game. And that's pathetic. So, to say it was a sales hit or whatever, just because everyone got it on Game Pass for free, is a lie. Now here's the thing. Okay? I'm sure over time, over the past 2 years, two and a half years, since this game has existed, since they've added tons of free content to it. And since they lied about sales constantly, saying that millions of people bought this game, other people bought it. So the game probably has legitimate sales. Probably a lot of them, I would even say. I would say this is a case kind of like similar to Rainbow Six Siege, right? Where the game was absolutely atrociously bad at launch. They fixed it, and now it's probably decent. But you can't continuously lie about sales. Sea of Thieves did not sell $1 billion of bullshit. They're full of shit. I'm tired of this nonsense. Okay? Whoever is working in Microsoft marketing can suck it. Because they're a fucking asshole. They're a liar. Anyway. We already talked about the Microsoft deal. I don't need to go into detail about it again. B-Boy Cyclone resub for 43 months says, what's up, Phil? Be safe, brother. Thank you very much, B-Boy Cyclone. I appreciate that. Always Hot Tea did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you, Always Hot Tea, for the 50-bit cheer. Appreciate that. Ultimate Cloud 7 gifted a sub to Almighty Derek. Congratulations, Derek. And thank you, Ultimate Cloud 7. Your boy Bob resub for 45 months. Wow, we got a lot of long-time subbers. B-Boy Cyclone and your boy Bob. Both almost hitting a 4-year mark of support. Thank you guys so much for that. Number one Moses fan cheered. And he says, have you heard Microsoft bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion? What do you think this means for the future console generation? We already talked about it, but thank you for the cheer. Sweaty Man JPEG did a 100-bit cheer. That is the biggest cheer of the day so far, so we actually have to put Sweaty Man JPEG on my leaderboard, if you guys can believe it. Oh, boy. Sweaty Man JPEG with a 100-bit cheer. And he says, I don't remember when musicians had talent. I remember when gamers had skill and content creators weren't shills. Wow. I remember that too. That was a long time ago, though. Now we're all shills, right? We're all horrible shills. Well, except for me, because no one will allow me to shill for them anyway. So you don't have to worry about me shilling because no one would let me shill. Lives for Soul did 100-bit cheers. I'm your biggest fan. Thank you, Lives for Soul, for that. And thank you for the support recently with cheering and also tipping. I appreciate that, man. Carlton Jr. cheers. I find it crazy Microsoft can now go game for game with Sony if they pull the trigger. Seems like they're okay with keeping the Bethesda games multi-platform from what's been written so far. Here's what's going to happen. You will see multi-platform games for a bit, but as soon as they want to basically make waves and really dig down deep into the console war, you're going to see exclusives. I think for now, like we already know, Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop were already PlayStation agreements where they were going to be on PS5 first. Those are going to remain in place. At the very least, everything else out of Bethesda from now on will be cross-platform at launch. And then I guarantee you, over time, we're going to start seeing exclusives. It's just going to happen. Why else would they have bought the studio, right? So it's going to be a slow transition, but this Microsoft, they are actually pretty savvy with this one. I got to give them a big boost. This console war is really heating up at this point. You know, we were learning over the course of the last 6 months. We're learning a little bit of each console, a little trickle of information. Then all of a sudden, within 1 month, the floodgates open. We know everything about both consoles. Pre-orders go live, and now here we go. Let the games begin. Can you dig it? Oh, my God. All right. Lives for Soul Cheer. He says, if we battle in Street Fighter 2 Turbo, would you be able to beat my ass if I use God Tier Vega? I don't know. Are you any good? I can't answer that. I mean, you would assume that you would say yes. You would assume that I would say yes. I'm gonna beat you, but you never know. Any given Sunday, right? You ever seen that movie? On any given day, someone can beat somebody else. It's that simple. Stable Genius 123 resubscribed for 16 months. Thank you, Stable Genius. Liza Versold did another 100-bit cheer. Said, "I'm your biggest fan." I believe you. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Gouty. Oh, Gouty. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the support. Gouty. Liza Versold did 100-bit cheer. Said Trump didn't let Bethesda get bought out by Sony. There you go. Trump stopped the acquisition. Of course he did. Team Gardner cheers. Said not only Microsoft owns Bethesda, but owns all their studios. That's correct. Jetro's main cheers. So Microsoft made a big acquisition of a company, Bethesda. They make buggy and shitty games exclusively for Xbox now. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to use the bathroom. I'm serious. I have to use the bathroom. I have to take a quick break, come back, and continue with shout-outs because I have to use the bathroom right now. So I'll be back. Give me like 5-10 minutes to use the bathroom. I'll be back, and then we'll continue with these shout-outs. I can't even finish. I have to go. Sometimes nature calls. All right, guys? I'll be back.